Reaper, and today I would like to show you one of my own creations in Fallout 4, Spectacle Island, the Spectacle Hotel, which isn't done just yet, but I figure I'd go ahead and make a video showcasing it. There might be a few spoilers here for people who haven't beaten the main game, because this is this place does have a story behind it, and I might talk a little bit about the main story and the DLC, since a lot of the items from there are used here. So, just telling you now, there may be a few spoilers. Um, this hotel is entirely built using supplies taking from a Vault-Tec vault, which is itself a DLC, but I'm not going to talk too much about things like that. But this whole area, this facility, is constructed by the sole survivor after the events of the main storyline. In this particular um, instance, the sole survivor has destroyed the Institute and the Brotherhood of Steel and salvaged components from both facilities to help create this vault. So as you can see, it is a very luxurious area, especially by wasteland standards. There are all sorts of luxuries provided here that cannot be had anywhere else in the wasteland. And oh, I almost forgot. Over here on the wall, there's a brief I'll just let you read here. It's a list of all the floors you can find in the vault, the hotel. Excuse me. But anyway, I'll just give you a quick tour. I'll go into more detail in a later video where I'll talk more about the story and everything. But for right now, I just kind of wanted to show off the progress I've made and just how things are shaping up. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to comment in the comment section below. Any things you would like to say, I accept all criticism, good and bad, happily. Uh, right now, I'm just trying to show off just everything I've done so far, and it was, I'm not going to lie, one of the hardest things to do was get just I've actually had a file where I loaded, and the whole all the supplies just fell through the floor at the bottom, and I had to reload. Thankfully, that didn't happen a second time, and I haven't encountered that glitch again. But setting all this up was very hard, very time consuming, especially with the crazy physics common in Bethesda games. But you can see here, this is just like a diner area. Go to the next room. Excuse me. This is actually one of the most important areas. This is the VIP rooms. Here, private guests can get special rooms to themselves. It is very expensive to get yourself a private room, private facilities at this hotel. There's a public area I'll show you here in a little bit. But each of these rooms will have a story behind them, and I'll go more in detail on that in maybe a later video when I get the whole thing done. But real quick, I can just show you around, sort of show you like how each of these rooms are set up. These are the private facilities for top paying customers, customers that have thousands of caps to blow on a room. But all this is out on Spectacle Island, so this is far from any danger, raiders, mutants, things like that. And it's just sort of a hotel that guests can be brought to either via bird-to-bird or boat. You know, there's just various ways to get here. But of course, there's a faring fee, and the more expensive, you know, forms of travel are the most luxurious. But there's a game room. You can earn prizes and stuff. Here's the common area where people who want to stay at the Vault Hotel can pay for a public facility. It's not nearly as luxurious as the private quarters, but it's still leagues ahead of the rest of the wasteland. You can see some people have some of their stuff stored away. I still have a lot of work to do here. Over here is just, like a lounge area. Over here we have a workout area. Um, and the top floor, I've actually had to put a lot of work on here. There's still a lot of work to do. We have grills. We have a dance floor. I actually have radios placed about to simulate like music and stuff. Um, I actually the because I reached the build limit or something. I couldn't build higher, so this area is under construction. But I'm probably going to put like a toolkit or somewhere around here to show that it's under construction later. I haven't gotten around to it. These boxes over here are nothing. They're just for me to store supplies. Excuse me. Scattered around here. Over here you can see there's like a restaurant sort of area and bar. You can get drinks and stuff. Somebody here obviously didn't pick up their food yet, but there's these restaurant, like an outdoor restaurant area up here. You've got people who, and this is available to everyone, um, but it's easily accessible down here in the common area. Now, the Vault-Tec Hotel isn't open just yet. It's still a work in progress. I already have a few settlers here, so I decided to dress them up a little bit to show that some guests have already arrived and everything. But basically, the story behind this is that the sole survivor, this is several years after the events of the main story. He's been to Nuka World, he's been to Far Harbor, everything. He has decided that, with his family basically gone and not much else to do, he's decided to become an entrepreneur. And he's heard stories of other locations like New Vegas where other entrepreneurs such as Mr. House have opened up, casinos and hotels and things like that. So he figures he'll dedicate his life from now towards, turning the Commonwealth into a place people want to visit. It's like a tourist area, and use the funds gathered from the tourism to help rebuild the Commonwealth a little bit more, because it's not as in as poor shape as say the Capital Wasteland or anything, but it still needs work. So basically, right now there's just like a workers' quarters and everything, areas for people who are doing construction to be a place for them to stay. And there isn't a lot of work done over here, but it's slow progress. But chronologically, this whole setup, it took many years to build. The sole survivors now, several years older, and exploring the ways to set up, a sort of residential area that people can actually come to visit, maybe bring their kids, spend some caps, things like that. But he's made use of supplies he's gotten from all the way from Far Harbor to Nuka World, and he's used the knowledge he's gained to help set this up. But basically, this whole hotel is one of a kind because most of the resources came from vaults, and some vaults were stripped clean of resources to make it. As you can see, almost all the food is the pre-war variant, such as preserved Instamash, and that stuff is very hard to find. I've had to go all over the map just to get the resources needed to put around here. Maybe in the future, with mods installed, I'll get some more supplies, because I might actually run out of the things I need to actually set the place up. But let's see, I don't want to get too close because it took forever to set all this up. I don't want to knock something over and have to reload or something. But you can see there's shopping baskets with prizes here, pens, pencils, magnets, things like that. The place takes Nukacade coins and tickets, same as Nuka World itself. You got, games you can play, and for the adults, there's like a little casino area where they can gamble, maybe earn some extra caps to spend, things like that. I've gone over almost all I want to for the time being, and hopefully at a later date, once I've gotten some more work done on this, it'll look more complete. But 90% of everything I wanted this place to be is already done. I've got the basic structure down. I've gotten most of the areas stocked with the supplies and everything. This area is a little bit bare. I still have some more work to do there, for example, but most of what I wanted to do with this place has been done. So, if you've watched the whole video, thank you. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. If you want to see content I make in the future, please subscribe. And before I let you go, I would like to give a shout out to Tier of Grace. At the end of each of my videos, I'm going to do a shout out to someone, but Tier of Grace doesn't really have all that much to do with Fallout, but he's, basically video. So, to help other YouTubers, get recognized and stuff. So you probably won't see too many big name YouTubers in the shout out, but Tier of Grace, he's a Let's Player. He makes some funny videos, pretty crazy. He dabbles in just about everything, and it's really enjoyable. But thanks again for watching, and I will see you all later.